Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I promised you that I would try and do the normal Doom Tower with as kind of few resources, as low level champions as possible. We're going to try and do stage 30 today. So stage 30, the Scarab boss. The first time you're encountering the Scarab boss on normal. I'm going to try and do it with a bunch of low level champions. And I'm going to show you who I'm using and how they're geared. So to start off with, we're going to use Haikatoon, who's the free champion in the setup. So she's already a 60 for me. You could definitely run her as a 50 with the same setup. It doesn't actually make a difference in this set. In fact, I can take that off just to try and kind of force the issue a bit. And that as well. So what have I done? I've put her in a shield set. She cannot be the fastest champion in your team. This is the one occasion where I'm saying to you, don't build your speed champion as the fastest. Okay? Haikatoon, though, brilliant here. She's going to give you enough speed and turn meter to keep your team going. She's also got an ability that is going to reduce the turn meter of the Scarab boss, which is really important as well. And she's got a decreased speed. Decreased speed is huge. Decreasing the Scarab boss's speed by 30% is massive. So why in a shield set? Because I need a shield going into the fight. I need a shield before things get started so that when we place our first hits, we don't end up causing ourselves trouble. I guess it's not 100%. It depends who you bring as your shield champion. With the shield champion I'm using, I actually don't need the shield set. But for most like miscreated monsters, people like that, you would need a shield set here. It's worth noting as well, this early in the fight, let me just get the numbers here. This early in the fight, the accuracy of the Scarab boss is 50. Sorry, the resistance is 50, which means I only need an accuracy of like 70 to 80. So it's really low level stuff. You can literally come in here pretty much without worrying about accuracy at all and still land most of your abilities. When you get to stage 50, the accuracy requirement's about 120. When you get to stage 90, the accuracy requirement's about 180. When you get to the top level, you're going to need to be punching your accuracy up to like 250 or so. Unless you're against Soraf, where you need to go like to 350. So it's way higher with Soraf. But yeah, basically, we've gone for 140 accuracy here. My Haikatoon's running at 213 speed. Basically, everything's just got a speed roll on it. Yeah, speed rolls across the board with some accuracy if I can find it. But nothing crazy. This gear is not crazy at all. It's weak. So Haikatoon's first one on the list. Second one on the list is going to be Metalshaper. Level 40. I don't care about his level. I just need him to be the fastest in my team. That's all I care about. Fastest in my team. He's coming in at 235. He's the fastest champ. I do need him to have books in his A2 on his shield ability. So he's got a 2-turn cooldown on a shield ability, and it goes on for 2 turns. These are the magic numbers for Scarab boss. Irrelevant of the level you're facing, these are the magic numbers. The same number of turns that it goes on for as your cooldown. Miscreated Monster does the same thing. Valkyrie does the same thing. There's not many more. 2-turn cooldown, and it goes on for 2 turns. If you cannot achieve that, if you don't have a champion that does that, then you have to bring in someone else, a second shield champion, or someone that extends the duration of your shields. A good champion to do that is one of the free ones. Again, she doesn't have to be a 60. But Valerie, she can extend your buffs. So that makes it seem like they're going on for an extra turn. So she can be really useful in this part of the fight. But we're not using her today. So Metalshaper is my shield champion. He is my fastest champ. It's really important. The other 2 I'm bringing in then, we've got 2 elf guards. I literally just pulled them out of the market. I've just got them from the market. I leveled them up. Elf guard is so underrated. She's like Armiger, but she needs less stats. Okay? She's got an A2 on a 2-turn cooldown. If you book her out, I suggest you do book her out. Get more of her from the market. Use her to book herself. Don't waste your books. She comes along a lot. Mystery shards. Find more of her. Use herself to book herself. Don't use your rare books. So she's got an A2, attacks one enemy, decreases the turn meter by 50%. 2-turn cooldown. it's insane that Armiger and Elfguard are the two best turn meter control champions in the game. Two uncommons. Not many people talk about Elfguard. Elfguard is basically as good as Armiger. Okay? She's basically as good, but she doesn't have the big hits. So, her A1 has also got a bit of a decreased attack on it. It's okay, actually. If the boss gets a turn, it's okay, but we don't really need it. The idea here is we never let the boss have a turn. That's what we need. We never let the boss have a turn, and it's easy. So 2 level 40s. How I did them. None of them got masteries, by the way. None of these guys. No masteries. First one then. I've got in reflex gear. Just I want to try it, actually. Reflex gear. Again, I've looked for reflex gear with some speed rolls and some accuracy rolls if I can. Speed boots. She's in an attack chest. That doesn't matter. She's in some flat attack gloves. What am I doing? But they did have a triple roll speed. So she's running at 200 speed, 179 accuracy. It's more than I need. It's probably more than I need. And the other stats are all crap. All I'm using her for is turn meter control. That's all I care about. Second one, she's in destroy set. Not that it's going to do a lot, but at least it's going to help me with that shield a bit. Destroy set and accuracy gear, same sort of stats really. 177 speed, so she's got a bit less speed. She's got probably a little bit more damage, but she won't hit hard. 173 accuracy is plenty until I get right up towards the top of Doom Tower. So can I do this with 3 level 40s, 1 maxed out high Katoon in a shield set, and then our Armiger. So Armiger's coming in, also in destroy gear. He is in better gear. He's in my better gear. Why is he harder to gear than Elf Shield? What's her name? Elf Shield. Elfguard Shield. Mrs. Elf lady. Elfguard. Why is she harder to gear than... Why is he harder to gear than her? Because he also needs crit rate. Okay, so he needs the same stats as Elfguard in terms of accuracy, speed. He also needs crit rate to do his job. So he's in crit rate gloves. Whereas my Elfguard was just in whatever old set I could find. But he needs 100% crit, otherwise he will not do his job. And that's on his A1 here. So he reduces turn meter by 30% if he does a crit. All of his damage is based on defense. He's also got this big hitter. So you actually want to build his defense up, his speed up, his accuracy up, and his crit rate up. 4 stats. That's a lot. It's a lot to build into him. So he's actually harder to gear than Elfguard is. Mine's a 60. It's the only one I got. But he's in destroy gear, and he's in... let's just remove some of this stuff again so it's not as easy. Destroy gear, and he's in perception gear. And again, this is stuff that is kind of like, all right, these are crazy gloves, but it was stuff that was laying around that I rolled up. I've not pre-geared anyone here with like crazy gear. So we're going to see if we can do it. I've not even tried. 3 level 40s, 2 level 60s. The 260s are 2 that you would take 260, but you know, your high Katoon could easily run as a 50. So he's going in. Let's find the rest of these cretins. I don't need the Vault Champs. Okay. So high Katoon goes in as your speed lead. Gets you another 19% speed for everyone, which is nice. We put in our Armiger, and we put in our 2 Elfguards. Let's see if we can do it. So Elfguards and Armiger and Metalshaper and high Katoon, they're all the positive affinity to this guy. So for some reason, when they release rares, epics, they seem to release champions that are built for this fight, but they're the wrong affinity. Uncommons, they're the right affinity. It literally makes no sense to me, but there you go. Now, for the waves, you just got to be careful. The waves are kind of squishy. We're not too worried about them. You should be able to kill them relatively comfortably. But obviously my guys aren't doing a lot of damage here, so I'm interested to see how I do get on. I'm not sure. Let's just see if we can kill any of these fellas. So they're throwing their increased defense up. Fine. Really, my Armiger's the only one here who's got any sort of damage. But these guys don't hit hard back, so we're kind of like in this little, you know, slapping each other with a wet fish scenario. No one's really worried. It's almost like tickle fight at some sort of, I don't know, some sort of crazy party. It's like, what are we doing, guys? Do we want to fight or not? It feels like we don't. But yeah, we're just going to work our way through them. Not really worried about this. And because they do such little damage, we're just not really worried about it. We're not really worried about what's coming next. Like what are they going to do to us, really? So all we're doing is we're saving our abilities for the main boss. I think I could just full auto this whole thing. I don't think there's any real worry here about whether I could full auto or not. But just for the sake of the video, I'm just going to do it as, you know, as someone who's struggling here. That's how I'm playing this. Let's get a heal on her and a bit of increased defense. Get rid of this guy. Another one down. You see what I mean? Like, none of these guys that I'm using have got any sort of damage in their build. You saw their builds, so literally there's nothing to them. It's like hitting them with a paper bag. It's like that. How'd you feel? I feel fine. I feel absolutely fine, thanks. Because you're not doing any damage to me at all. And then when we get to the boss, obviously the boss now is where we start to think about what the encounter's really about. So the waves, just a joke, really. So Metalshaper is our fastest. We've already got shield sets on. I can just hit auto here. He's going to shield. We're going to speed up. And then basically everybody is going to be dropping turn meter as often as they can. Turn meter drop on everyone. And because Metalshaper is our fastest, he is always going to be keeping up our shield. If my High Katoon was fastest, her shield would run out and we'd be in trouble. We would be in trouble, guys. And that's the mistake most people make. They don't get their team ready for this fight. You have to make sure that your High Katoon is not fastest. Metalshaper, or whoever you're using for your shield, whoever your main shield champion is, has to be your fastest champ. Other than that, you get everyone as close to that fastest champ speed as you can, because you want to rotate your abilities as quickly as you can. But you can see how easy this is. I honestly, if High Katoon was level 40 as well, it would make no difference to this run. No difference at all. So there you go. I'm actually going to see if I can even slim this down even further. Okay then, so I'm subbing out Armiger. I'm putting in a level 30 diabolist. Literally just leveled her up. I've thrown her into just speed gear, nothing else. She's got nothing going for it. It's all literally like level 4 or 5 gear. It's my worst speed gear I own. So can this work on full auto without an Armiger? Because Armiger's quite a big part here. That A1 decrease in speed is pretty huge. We're working our way through the waves on full auto, using our best abilities here. I've now got decreased speed and increased turn meter from High Katoon and Armiger. We've got decreased turn meter from our 2 elf guards. And we've got our shields obviously coming in from Metalshaper. You have to have someone in a shield set. It has to be one person, because if you're going full auto, there's a chance that Metalshaper won't have his shield ability as the first ability up when you get to the boss. So just having that shield set on gives you the comfort that that's not going to be a problem. After that, it's literally just a case of same rules apply. Make sure that Metalshaper's your fastest champ. And everyone else is just in there with enough accuracy to deal with the boss. So again, we're coming on to the next wave. Really, we've got, 0 damage here. We've got 0. This is like beyond no damage. This is as bad as it gets. If you can't form this team, you should not yet be looking at Doom Tower. You shouldn't even be at a level high enough to look at Doom Tower. It shouldn't be possible. So, any talk in the chat about, come on, you can't form this team, then you shouldn't be watching this video. Don't watch one of my other ones. Go and watch one of the earlier ones. Because there's definitely no way that should be possible here. As I say, like High Katoon's a 60 right now. That's not important. If she was a 40, we'd be doing the same job. She's not the important element here. So we've got our shield set on because he didn't do his shield first off, as I said. We've got our turn meter control coming in. On basically everyone's abilities, pretty much. there's some sort of turn meter control going on. And as long as we can keep that turn meter down, it's easy as this. Literally, we have got no damage here. Is he gonna get a go? Control that turn meter, fellas. Well done. Whew, that was a bit touch and go there. But you can see, like, I mean, you can watch with your own eyes. At this stage, at this level, it's basically just free rewards. You know, it's basically just free stuff at this level. Who doesn't want some of this free stuff? Come on now. Everyone loves free stuff. So it's going to be slow because I don't have any damage in here at all. I've literally just got people that do the right mechanics to beat the boss. And obviously, the higher you get up in the game, the more it scales and the harder it's going to get. But the rules are the same. None of the rules change when you get higher in the game. They're exactly the same. You need the shield, you need your turn meter, and you need someone that's going to take the shield off him. His kind of enemy HP bar. Otherwise, the rules are the same. So, there you go, guys. Hopefully that's helpful for some of you. I'm going to keep doing this kind of easier stuff for Doom Tower. Hopefully it's going to help a load of you to get some of this stuff done and to get some of your rewards. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you later.